What up, what up? Welcome back, everyone, to another video on the Question Mark channel. This is going to be a follow-up for the Cult of the Lamb First Impressions video. I have gotten pretty well into the game. We're on day 69. Nice. We do have the heretics defeated. If you see down there towards the bottom, you'll see the little character icons. The ones that are white are the ones that I've actually been able to have as members of my cult. The ones that are kind of hashed out, grayed out, are the ones that I haven't been able to get. But you'll see I've got 16 followers, 26 houses, 23 sacrifices, or deaths. I'm not sure if that's deaths or sacrifices, but it's beyond the point. Like I said, it's going to be a follow-up video for that first impressions we had. I don't remember exactly which day last week, but it was almost 2 weeks ago. And no, not 2 weeks ago, almost a week ago. I want to say like 4 or 5 days ago that we had that first impressions look, and I told you guys I was going to come back and kind of give you a more in-depth details for it. But overall, phenomenal game. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot less base building and settlement than I initially thought it was going to be. I'm going to go ahead and drop some of the audio here so that you guys can hear me a little bit better. But like I said, a lot less settlement building, a lot more of like the crusading, going through the kind of instance-based dungeon running. I have really enjoyed that. As you see in my base, I've done a lot of upgrading, a lot of like skill trees. I don't have this completely filled out yet. I still have this side to do, but I've done all of this. I've upgraded a lot of stuff with my temple, so that was part of the DLC if I remember correctly. I've gotten confessions booths, refining. Like I said, I've done almost the entirety of the game, especially as far as I think I can go. Regrettably, there is something kind of holding me back with the physical game itself, or not really physical game, but the actual way that the game is played, that I don't think I'm going to be able to progress for the time being. But as you see here, I've got a ton of housing, I've got all the stuff unlocked. We're going to go through here. I've got all the areas unlocked. I've got a ton of the achievements, almost all of them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually do all of them. I'll get to that in just a second. But overall, for the quick impressions in the first part of the video, if you just want to kind of get the whether or not it's worth it out of the way, yes, absolutely. With it being free on PlayStation, definitely worth it. Play it, enjoy it. I've put in, I want to say probably 20 or 30 hours into it in the past week, and highly enjoyed it. I want to keep going. I want to platinum trophy it. I want to do all this game has to offer. But this is where it's going to get a little strange. I don't know if this is a PlayStation 4 thing, a PlayStation thing, or an overall Cult of the Lamb thing. As you see, I am in the top right corner on 1.4.3. That is the most current update that is for this game. It has got a known problem that is causing crashes in a specific area, which you'll see here. I've tried to go into the end game stuff of Purgatory, and I couldn't. I couldn't complete it because of this area right here, this Silk Cradle. This area is known to crash. Like I said, I don't know if it's specific to PlayStation 4, PlayStation in general, or all of Cult of the Lamb. This area is known to crash your game. There is a workaround on the PlayStation 4 that I am aware of. Oh, what are we doing here? Okay, there is, like I said, there's a workaround that I haven't been able to get for me. You use remote play with your phone or another controller. You bring in your co-op partner as you go into Silk Cradle, and it stops the crashing issue. I haven't personally been able to get it to work, but I haven't sat here and tried it over and over again. I'm going to try it after this video, and hopefully we can 100% this game. I can come back with a third video, and I can show you, hey, This game is worth it. I've platinumed it. Here's the proof. But for right now, it's holding me back. I've been able to do this area here when Darkwood with Leshy. I just finished Anora with Hecate, I think is the boss name on that one. So I've been able to do that. I think I'm gonna get a follow-up form here. No. So I've definitely been able to do a lot of content and feel comfortable letting you guys know, heck yes, this game is absolutely worth it. It's been fun. It was out of my wheelhouse and I have really enjoyed it. So this video series has gotten me out of my comfort zone, and I highly like that about this series. So I will be trying another one to hopefully be able to once again knock outside of my comfort zone, where I tend to only play story games and I tend to stick to like RPGs. So yes, if you have the chance to buy this game for either cheap, which I'm pretty sure it's been out for a while, so it's going to be cheap, or you have the PlayStation Plus stuff and you're able to just pick it up, get on and go just by downloading it, get it. It's worth every second of it. Some things that I wanted to add to this video was some kind of tips and tricks, going from someone that didn't play much of this game to somebody that has definitely grinded it out and wanted to help you guys out. I have some simple tips that I wanted to let you guys know. First off, when it comes to the settlement, do your best to beeline it for, where is it at? It is, I want to say it was here, but yeah, here. Natural burial. Deposit dead bodies to turn them into fertilizer. What that does is when a person or cultist dies, you instantly throw it in there. It takes like 30 seconds to a minute, and it converts the dead body into fertilizer. So I actually haven't utilized these here. I had these very early on, these body pits, and I had this crypt very early on, and I haven't utilized it. I haven't used it at all. I'm sure there's a reason to keep dead bodies around for some of the burials and stuff, but for me personally, I haven't needed it. That's why this is the last thing that I'm unlocking in my skill tree or my divine inspiration tree, just to have it unlocked for the completionist side of me. So yeah, definitely beeline it, which I want to say it is over here. Body pit. It might not actually be here. It's possible over in the farming area. I'm just trying to find it so you guys can see. Fertilizer silo. Well, I don't see it, but I definitely would say if you can find it, just literally straight beeline for it. Go straight for it. It makes it way easier in the end game, and it makes it able to not have to worry about those dead bodies causing diseases and stuff like that. You still get the repercussions for the body actually being there. They're gonna mourn that sort of stuff. So you'll still get those negative things, but you don't have to deal with the physical body itself. Another thing that I definitely like is in the mornings, I always go to do my sermon really fast. Then I use this here, which is a confessions booth. So actually, let me show you since it's actually daytime. I'll sleep, which was a tent that you grab through the end of it. It allows you just to skip the night. So I'll sleep here. So day 70, I'll run in here. And this is how I was able to upgrade all my abilities, my actual crown abilities. So I haven't unlocked all of the fleeces yet. I'm working on that. Hopefully I can do that without the game crashing, but I'll do a sermon. And this is where you would normally get your skill points to go up to 100 and be able to unlock your increased favor, increased curses, weapons mastery, that sort of stuff. But I've already maxed that out, so that's good. From here, I'll grab any money they give me just to have it. Then I use the confessions booth, and what the confessions booth is, it increases their follower level. So I want to start working it's defaulted search to the highest level down to the lowest. So I want to start at the low levels here with either Sozo, Heket, Bale, or Leshy. I'm just going to go with Leshy. You take the confession. Boom. And it's a lot of experience for that. And boom. Done. Super easy. Then what I'll normally do is this. Let's just go ahead and grab the morgue. This is usually full. So what I did here, just because it was something that I needed to just quickly do, I put the broadcasters here and here. The area encompasses these here, which makes the work faster. Then I also put the fire, keep that full so that the devotion comes faster. I'm almost done. I've been doing like 2 days of that. Another tip would be for the end game for Sin. You have to collect a lot of Sin to be able to do things like breeding as well as upgrading your temple. You have your drinks. Use grape nectar. You just have to have grapes. You'll see that I have 206 grapes. I utilize this here where I just throw in a bunch of grapes and a bunch of berries. So all they pretty much do is grow grapes and berries. I'll throw in every once in a while a couple of different things depending on how it is and how I feel. So if I'm running out of chamomile, I'll do the chamomile. If I'm running out of something else, I'll just throw in there. But for the most part, it's just grapes and berries. So I use the berry for food, and then I use the grapes for Sin, and I just constantly do that over and over again. So that's what I mainly grow, and as you see here with those towers and the fire going, I gain a significant amount of devotion, I believe, and I'm just able to clear it out. Like I said, I've been doing this for like a day, maybe 2, and I'm almost full. When it comes to Sin, you also want to use this bonfire, and then I just started the breeding process to see if I can do stuff with that. So that's a good tip. A lot of grapes to farm and a lot of berries. So once you get those farms up and running, you're able to just really turn out the food and turn out the Sin. I use 3 plots here with unupgraded scarecrows because I don't really mind. I haven't had the birds give me any problems. And then I have the windmill here that's kind of overlapping a good portion of it. The body thing that I said earlier, and then the grass, I just needed a lot of fertilizer very quickly, so I went ahead and grabbed the grass converter there. I had like 1,000 grass. I just kind of knocked it down. So that's really good for the farming aspect, to kind of try to keep your people alive. As you see, already full again. That's insanity. I unlocked these housing things, which is 3. People can have 1 plot, and that was very useful to try to increase it. I also have Weber over here. He is a snorer, so even though I have him with his like sleepless necklace, I still keep him over there just in case he gets sick or tired or whatever. I can throw him over there and he doesn't bother anyone. I do have an issue with other snorers. I want to say they live in here, but I'm not sure. They wake up and disrupt their sleep, but I don't see any negative repercussions for that, so I'm kind of working on that, try to figure out who it is. Something the game doesn't tell you is that you can actually assign your followers, certain followers, to certain huts. So like here, if I wanted to throw, let's just pick on Leshy like normal. There we go, we've got Leshy here. I can go ahead and assign Leshy to that house. No real reason other than just because you can. That's definitely good. Another tip that I wanted to do here for you guys is the kind of accessibility. I ended up turning on a lot of the accessibility stuff to make it easier for me personally, because I don't have a lot of time to game for me to get in here and enjoy it. So accessibility here, I have them, I think all of them turned on, just because I was trying to grind out some of the boss stuff. So let's see here, let's just scroll all the way down. So yeah, I don't use force weapons because I mix it up a little bit. I use unlimited favor and unlimited HP. Like I said, I was just trying to grind out some of the achievements, as well as trying to figure out where that crash is happening with that silk cradle. So I turned that on so I could run around. Stop time on Crusade. Highly, highly recommend. It takes away a lot of the like time management stuff that your daily thing. So turn on stop time on Crusade for sure. And as auto craft, auto cooked, and auto fish, um, turn those on. It just makes it easier. You don't have to worry about it unless you just kind of like that little challenge. It's accessibility options. Do it if you want it. Do it like I do. If you don't want it, don't do it. It's up to you. It's purely up to you. Like I said, I do it because of the fact that I do enjoy it. Make it a little easier on myself. So yeah, accessibility options, minimum stop time when you're on Crusades, and I personally like the auto crafting stuff being done. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is in this menu here, I can see the player stuff, which I was using the Berserker fleet, just trying to figure out where that crash is happening, as well as your cult. I did not know this for quite some time. You can check on your followers through this menu. I was having problems trying to figure out who my dissenters were, who my spies were, and I couldn't figure out who they were because I had to try to find all of them, and with me having at one point 20 followers, I didn't know who was who and where, and it was getting confusing. So this is a way to check at least who your followers are, as well as who's elderly, where their rank is, where their sin is at. It makes it very useful. With that being said, I'm sure that you have noticed some of my, not some, most of my followers have a number digit at the end of it. So that was something that I read on Reddit, that spies are a thing, especially towards post game. If the further you get into the game, the more likely that the spies are going to pop up. They recommend giving specific names, whether it's named after how YouTubers name stuff after Patreons, name them after friends, name them after whoever, so that you can use that as a way of sussing out your spies, because spies will always have an auto-generated name, not a custom name. So for me personally, I just use their auto name because I like to call them by whatever. So you've got your witnesses here, Weber, Lemon, which is my first follower, which yes, I've had to resurrect a couple of times, and that's why they have that skull necklace on to last longer, life-wise. But I put the digits at the end of it so I know if one comes in without any digit name, I can be like, yep, those are definitely spies. I do know that Leshy, Breddy, the one who waits, Hecate, Sozo, Bale, and Lemon are all ones that I've personally changed their names. I'm not sure if I said Weber, but Weber for sure. I've changed their names personally so I can keep those in my head and be like, yep, those aren't, or they are. So that's definitely something to look for. These cult traits are really good. Personally, I didn't really mind any of them. None of them really changed anything other than Defo-T. Defo-T was really good. Gain more faith when you give a sermon. So if you can beeline it towards Defo-T, go for that, which is, I think I have to go into here to look at. Like I said, I am in the kind of quote post game, so I'm able to unlock a lot more of the doctrines. Most of them I kind of just chose crazily, like sacrifice, right of resurrection, respect for the elderly, and return to earth. So I think I went down pretty much this whole side on this one, but as you get into the late game towards the end, after you defeat the one that waits, you can actually start getting things to unlock the rest of these traits. So you see here, they kind of make you choose which path to take. At the end of the game, you can actually choose the path, or choose the ones that you didn't choose. So you'll see here, I'm kind of working through it still, and choose which ones that I had. I want to try to find the Devotee, and I think that's in... Well, I don't know where the devotee trait. So yeah, it's in the kind of praying thing. So I don't utilize the extortions, a belief in false idols, I don't really use that. Perform a rite in this temple, I don't use that. So I kind of just beelined it for devotee trait, just because I can do weird things like sacrifice people and that will drop your faith. I can then immediately do a sermon right after that and bring my faith back up. So that's definitely a tip to go forward. When it comes to just playing the game in general, I don't have many tips, other than I don't ever sacrifice unless it's an elderly. Personal preference. I thought the fishing was going to be more involved. It's not. I do it every once in a while for the fun of it. I don't have much to say on the tarot card wise, other than tarot cards are good. With me having unlimited favor or fever, tarot cards don't do much. I don't think I have much. These Midas caves are fun. The Spore Grotto that was interesting. When it comes to standard play, I find myself using these spells a lot more due to just how useful they are. They're not the strongest, but they are really fun. The freezing effects are good. The vampiric effects are great. But definitely recommend it. I want to get the game to load in here so that I can show you guys kind of the post-game thing. We've gone through 3/4 of the day. Every day you can go into Purgatory. At the end of it, you can then fight and go and get these God Tears. You give the God Tears to unnamed creature. It's a bunch of question marks, but what a lot of people call him, and I really, really like, is the One Who Watches. Personally, that's in my mind of going to be like his canon name, the One Who Watches. So you've got the One Who Waits, and then the One Who Watches. So definitely gonna go. A lot of people name him whatever. Right now, he's just a bunch of question marks for me because I didn't really think about it. Ooh. I wanted that skull necklace. And this is all it is. You go through, whether it's the normal... Oh, interesting. Whether it's the normal caves here. Actually, we'll let this play out. You'll go through the normal, like you can choose to go through Darkwood, you can choose to go through Anchor, you can choose to go through whatever, or you can go through the Purgatory. So it's up to you. You get those, you gain it through, you get your tarot cards. That's what I'm trying to go through. Dungeon Gauntlet is essentially like if you were to go into your normal, like that Darkwood door. This is what it is. What you'll do is you'll choose a fleece, and then you'll go through it as normal. Instead of getting a chest with coins or resources, you gain these like tier fragments. When you fill up at the bottom there, that tier fragment counter, you get a tier, God tier. Then you use that God tier with that God being up there right at the stairs. Personally, I've gone through the boss rush with this Berserker. Like I said, with my limited health, the Berserker gives you 10 times damage, unlimited health, you don't gotta worry about it. So I went through and I've been trying to replicate that crash, which is in that Silk Cradle. So you can go through all of the rest of it, but right before, like 2 steps before the final boss, there is that Silk Cradle. Crashes every time. I'm hoping that there is going to be an update that fixes that for, at the very least, PlayStation users. Like I said, I don't know if it's across the board affecting it or if it's just PlayStation or just PlayStation 4. I don't know. But for me, it is definitely replicatable, and I'm very frustrated by it. I'm going to keep trying and try to get all the achievements, which we're actually going to go to the main menu here so that I can show you guys. I do have all the ones that are easily accessible achievement-wise, and I'm going to continue to try to grind this out. See here, I've got, that's all the achievements. Sacrifice 10 followers. I'm working on that, but I only sacrifice elderly, so I've got one more to sacrifice later today. Unlock all the follower forms, which is just going to be me kind of grinding out. Then unlock all the tarot cards. Once again, me just grinding it out. Unlock all the fleeces. For the 3rd time, me just getting in there and just grinding it out. But I've done almost everything. I haven't started into the Relics of the Old Faith yet. I'm gonna try. I've been kind of grinding on the temple. I have 12 disciples working on the disciples. I've got 2, maybe 3 outfits. All this is just kind of grinding. I am helping Sozo. I am helping hatching the eggs. All the relics working on. Give your coins back. Get your coins back from Midas. I think I'm working on that one. I don't remember. Complete a row in Purgatory. That's where I'm frustrated. Here's an achievement I cannot get. As of right now, it is impossible for me to get this due to that crash. Like I said, hope they fix it. Really, really hope they fix it so I can continue this game. The roadmap does show that they're trying to work on it. I'm hoping soon, with the increase of traffic because of the PlayStation users, I hope soon that they get this thing updated and fix that Silk Cradle. It's probably an asset overload that's happening with Silk Cradle that's causing a crash. Please fix it. Out of everything, please fix it. I want to complete this game. But that is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover with you guys. It has gone on a little longer than I wanted as a kind of like a final look. Maybe not, hopefully not. First impressions into Cult of the Lamb. If you have anything that you wanted to add to this or any questions you might have about the game in general, how the roadmap's going, or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment. If you liked the video, hit like. If you want to see more either Inscription, which is the mainstay on this channel, or more of Cult of the Lamb, I can do some daily runs if you wanted me to. I can just kind of run through it every once in a while. It's about a 10-15 minute run every time. I can definitely do that. If you want to see more first impressions videos and have an idea of what impression a game might leave an impression on me that is outside of my comfort zone, leave that in the comments. If you want to see all this and get notified when these videos go live, go ahead and hit subscribe. Guys, it's been fun. I want to continue playing this game, and I will continue on my own time. So if they fix it, I will come out with a final. If I have any update news, if I have anything for you guys to see, I'll post it here as well. But yeah, as always, guys, see ya.